right, guys. All right, good morning. Good morning, guys. All right, we are live. Let me test, test. All right, guys. So, what's up, Rich? What's up, man? Good morning, bro. What's up, guys? All right, let's do this. Just drinking my coffee here, Trying to make sure the sound's working. I hear a little bit of an echo on my end since I started up Zoom with Mitch. Uh, Let me try to figure this out. Honestly, I think it might be on Mitch's end since it was when I started Zoom. It's probably through his speakers, I'm guessing, or something of the sort. All right, guys. So we started up our live day trading stream. You should be able to hear us on both. But we did start up our live day trading stream. Let me go ahead and mute this so you can't hear it. So we did start up our live day trading stream. We're trying two streams this week, trying to keep two streams going. Um, no echo, slight glitching in audio. All right, guys. All right, so AKTX looks solid. REAL looks good. Nice movement there from 17 to 1855. What else do we get? INMD looking solid. These are all tradable except for AKTX. MTC isn't tradable either, but it's gapping down some. The overall market itself is gapping down as well. And so yeah, if you're in one of the streams, just mute the other one, depending on which one you want to listen to and watch. But a fun looking day today. So yeah, you can see I ended the day up yesterday. Looks like I made about 30 bucks in net profit. Small gain, but I got to increase the size today, guys. I've been too scared, and I've been trading. I've been trading decent enough to trade with larger sizing. I just can't be scared to do it anymore. I keep every day I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna use big size, and then I end up buying 100, 150 shares, 200 shares, and I put in consistent gains. Like here, this is an interesting statistic from this week for me. I have ended every day so far this week in gross profit, but uh, yesterday I made $70 in gross and then only netted $30. And then Monday I made $35 in gross and actually was a net loss at the beginning of the week. And so my account has been hovering right around that $500 profit level where I'm up about 500 in profits or so. And I haven't really broken past that. I think I got up to 600 for a day or so, and then I came right back down. And so, still working on breaking out of this little rut I've been in. Not a rut necessarily. I think every day last week was actually a green week. Maybe not though. I'll have to look. But yeah, it's been tough to break out of this kind of consolidation, if you will. You know, today is my kid's first day back in school. I'm way too excited for that. Way too excited. But yeah, it should be a fun day. Definitely going to be watching REAL, and what was the other one? Man, I can never remember this last one. It's like IMD. Let me post my watch list. I'll post my watch list. That'll help because I'll be able to reference that. So what's up, chat? What's up, Scanner chat and day trading chat? What's up, guys? There we go. INMD is what it is. IMND. Or IMDN, maybe? IN. So apparently I typed it wrong. INMD. No, I didn't. INMD is right. Okay, so that works. What's up, Abby? Good morning. SPY. So yeah, SPY gapping down. We got WKHS and RKDA and penny stock world that's moving. We got it SPY rebounding a little bit. It's at 289, but should be a fun day. We'll see what happens with the SPY and overall market. We'll look up some news in just a minute. We also have LK here. LK gapping down. AMD gapping down. Dish gapping up. JD gapping down. Most stuff today is actually gapping down. We got a few penny stocks that's moving, but aside from inverse ETFs that do the opposite of what the market does, and a few penny stocks, mostly everything else is gapping down here. Just to show you guys, so we got real gapping up, AKTX moving, but like any mid and high cap stock, AMD, Roku, SQ, even cannabis stocks, CGC, Cron, all gapping down some. Overall market is down, as you can see. And so most stuff is down today. PSDO, before I even look up the news on it, it looks like an acquisition just because the range is so tight right here. Now, it could just be a really large float stock, which is very possible. But typically, whenever this range is super narrow like this, it's almost always like a buyout or an acquisition. It could also be a split, but the pricing doesn't really show that. A split's gonna be like a 5-to-1 or a 10-to-1 a lot of the time, and so it's only up about $3 or $4. So I'm guessing buyout acquisition, maybe even a potential rumor of a buyout acquisition, could cause this. Let me look that up. PSDO. Yeah, it's a $16 per share cash buyout by BC Partners is what it is. So it's a buyout, and like I said, the way you can tell is the red flag for the buyout is just this really narrow range right here. You can see how narrow this range is, and so when it gaps up a solid percentage like that, it gaps up from 13.19 to 16, and which is a big percentage. It's like what, like 8% or something. Um, but it doesn't actually have any range after it gaps up like that, then it's almost always a buyout, depending on what the price is and how much it's gapped up. So with that said, uh, we might get some movement here, but a lot of the time with buyouts, it just depends. I treat this like any other, news story. It just depends. We'll see if it moves or not. A lot of the time they won't, but sometimes they will. So nothing's 100% in trading. Um, but yeah, INMD is one that I'm especially interested in. These bottom two real. I am INMD, and then I'm still watching RKDA. It's already given up. Let me see. From its highs the last few days, it was at 730s. It's back down to 546. And so it basically gave what, like 20-25% back already. We'll see what it does from here on out, but that one's the interesting one. Yeah, I mean it just depends. It's a buyout or an acquisition, so it's not, it basically it's a little the acquisition or a buyout is a little misleading, so to speak, because it looks like it's a really strong gap up move, but really it's just a buyout or an acquisition with a really narrow range. And so a lot of times, traders want to get involved with those, but the volume is what gets them. A lot of times just going to be dull and slow because it is a buyout. It's not actually like positive news. I guess that's all subjective, but basically buyouts and acquisitions are not my favorite as opposed to like positive data, trial results, stuff like that, earnings. Buyouts okay, but less volatility in my opinion. All right, guys. Yeah, let me know what your main watch is. We're going to go ahead and look up the news in just a minute. It's around 8 o'clock, but we'll go ahead and look up the news in just a minute to see what we really get popping here today. Just going to drink my coffee. I'm going to go help my wife wake up. It's my kid's first day back at school. They don't actually start until later on, though. Like, my kids don't actually have to go. They're still sleeping, but they don't actually start school until later on this morning. I don't know why they did that, but yeah, I let my wife sleep in a little bit, so I'm gonna go wake her up. Yo, Mitch, you there, bro? Let's see, trying to get the Zoom set up so people can hear it on both the on both platforms here. All right, guys, give me a second. I'm gonna get the oh, sorry, trying to get Discord up here. There it is. How do I zoom up here? All right, there we go. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to mess with this to get Mitch set up on the scanner stream as well. There we go. All right, I'm gonna mute myself here, and then we should be able to get Mitch working. Yeah, Mitch, if you're talking, brother, we can't hear you, man. So you're not coming in, I don't think. I could try. I could try this. Test, test. Sorry if there's an echo, guys. Let me know if there's an echo. Say something, Mitch. All right, so yeah, it's coming through on the. All right, can you guys hear Mitch?
All right. Looks like John made a little bit mistake. Um, we'll we'll get it fixed up. You guys can probably hear me in the scanner chat. For right now, I'm going over some stocks. Going to go over some of my. You guys can see it. Stops. Top stocks are going to be MKSS, OSTK. What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? All right. What's going on?
Can y'all hear me? They should be able to hear me on both now. Yeah, they can hear me. All right, so cool. What's up, Mateo? What's up, brother?
What's going on, everybody? I put up my pretty much my top watch list for right now. I have a big long list right now, but I'm not going to put every stock up for you guys. I'm just putting some of my top plays out there. Top plays like Macy's, like Kohl's, KSS. One of the biggest things I'll be watching today is going to be the retail sector. Macy's taking a big hit. Kohl's taking a big hit. These are brick and mortar retail stores. Um, some on the likes that I think eventually will go bankrupt. So these are stocks that I view as bearish already. That's just my opinion. I always want to let you guys know that's just strictly my opinion, not an investment professional. But definitely feel that I just have this overall look that brick and mortar retail stores can't survive in this online world that we're kind of getting into. Some of the stocks that I'll be watching are ANF and AEO, also URBN. These are all retail stocks: American Eagle, Abercrombie and Fitch, and Urban. Another stocks to watch is going to be OSTK and Square, just because they took really good bounce backs, but then had really big failures over the last couple of days. This stock bounced back on August 8th. It was down here at 1750, bounced back all the way to 26.25, and now all the way right back down to that 750. So that's going to be a big important price point today to see if it can break down that 750. And if we can get below that, we can really start making some headway down to 15. A lot of stocks are down today. One of the stocks I'm seeing bouncing up a little bit is Dish. Dish up there to 33. We keep watching this one on watch. The banks really got hit as we see TLT up a pretty significant amount.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna
whenever
throw you up real quick. My bad. I
you're
didn't mean
good.
to cut you off. I'm gonna throw you up on the main screen since we don't have actual scanners up on this one now. So I'm just gonna throw you up. I gotta go help my wife get up. It's my kid's first day at school today, so I will be back, guys. So here's Mitch up for now.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Hey, how we doing, traders? What's going
There
on?
we go. And I'll be back.
Everybody can see me good, hear me good, so I can continue. All right, screen all right up. Okay, looking good here, guys. All right, so this is the biggest thing, TLT. If we look at it on, let's look at it on a weekly. You can clearly see how this is taken off. This is something that has been on the downtrend for a long, long time. But if you see in 2019, we've started to uptrend on it. Whenever we uptrend on TLT, this means that a lot of people are pulling out their money from what we call the asset class of stocks and moving more into the asset class of kind of bonds and gold. You'll see oil kind of run away from. People go to kind of safer stocks like this, like a bond stock or kind of that gold play. And you can see it overall in the market really start taking off. Uh, as we know, technical levels are so important. This 3850, 138.50 is going to be really key, and this 140 if it can hold that. But we've been definitely uptrending. Volume has been uptrending, and the real key here is the banks have gotten hit from this. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the banks. If you see the monthly, they're heading down towards support at $25 here for Bank of America. Let's look at some of the more riskier banks like Citigroup. And you see them heading down towards support. This is going to be a common thing with bank stocks right now as they're heading towards support. What's going on, Robert? How we doing? How's everybody doing today? See a couple good familiar faces in the chat. I see we got Rich, Shally, Netron in the house, AZ, James, Dev, Netron, Adrian, Rashad. We got Michael in the house. Robert, what's going on, guys? How we doing? What's up, Rashad? All right, guys, it's going to be a fun day. You know, the market going all the way up there to the resistance there, 293s, trying to get above that 293s, tried multiple times, wicked past it, but immediately failing there and then just getting knocked down through the morning hours, guys. It started this move at 1 a.m. and it's gotten down all the way down to the support now. We're just hanging out at the support. A real key level for this stock is going to be, can we head down towards these 280? Let's see this low right here. What's this low? 286.55 and break down through 287 with some hard volume. That's what I'm going to be looking for at the open to see if we're going to head down and break through support. Uh-oh, the Bears are out. The Bears are out. What's up? What's up? All right, so let's go through really quickly the charts that I'm actually think that they are the best trades right now. Square being one of them. You know, Square can head down towards the support of 58.70. I do think this stock has done multiple support tests here at 64.39. So that's going to be a big key if we're not going to bounce back and get above that. But Square has good room to come down here to even the 50s. Another one that I'll be looking at is OSTK and KSS. This one looks pretty interesting on the daily chart. As you see, it tried to make a bounce back after this big gap down at 55. It made a move towards 45, bounced up towards 55, came down again, found support here at the $48 mark, tried to get back up there to 55, really couldn't do it on this bounce, and it's now heading towards the support, the key support here of that $45 point. That's going to be something I'm going to be watching to see if KSS can get down there.
It's a short day, I think. I don't know. So it depends. So the market is actually in this little bit of a channel. And I typically prefer longs when the market gaps down like this, but it's like the SPY was so bullish yesterday. But it gave all of it back. You know, it gave all of it back. The SPY ran all day yesterday, all the way up to, really it held at around 293.5, and now it's all the way back down to 288. So
yeah, all on one tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all on one tweet from Trump.
What did he say?
So he just kind of reported, so the tariffs that he recently announced were supposed to start on September 1st, and he pushed them back. He pushed them back about a couple months towards December. I think this was kind of his last kind of hoorah trying to push towards China making their deal. The further that he pushes, he kind of does a little bit of that pushing on the gas and then easing on the brake. So he pushes on the gas, puts the pressure on kind of people making decisions, whether that be China or any other country for that instance, and then he presses on the brake a little bit also, so that so it kind of eases up the tension in the market.
But yeah, so I'm completely out of the loop with most political stuff and really economical stuff. But so so didn't the last time when he actually announced the tariffs that he was going to do the tariffs, didn't the market drop then too? And so it's like the market drops when he announces the tariffs, and then when he procrastinates and pushes the tariffs back, then the market still drops. So it's like,
Yeah, it does kind of what we call, it's like putting a band-aid on it. You know,
Yeah.
you put like a bigger, there's a the bigger macro look is it's like, oh crap right now. But there's a bunch of smaller data stuff that isn't too bad, like our job data, um, kind of the income data is still not bad. And those are usually laggers. They're a little bit late. And when we have these economic kind of down points, but we're still not seeing those numbers go down. So I think that's also what's holding the market, is that there's some positive data, there's some negative data, there's a lot of uncertainty, and that's what's keeping the market from kind of getting back to the highs. Is that
Right.
every single point that we get some kind of strength, or let's say a support catalyst, it starts moving on its way up, and then the real things that hurt the market, like stats, economical data, or kind of the fluff news, goes away, and then easily any negative news right now is really affecting the market in a negative way, just because there's so many investors that are wary. You can clearly tell by looking at the TLT that investors are a little bit concerned. It hasn't been up here at 144s. I mean, we can go back. Uh, let's go back and see when the TLT was back here. And if you look at the monthly, this thing looks like it's starting to take off. And when our bond market takes off, that's going to be the more safer asset to be in. And you can see the money is piling into the TLT. Doesn't mean the whole market's going to tank, but does it mean there's uncertainty? Yes,
Dude needs to
100%.
stay. Dude needs to stay off of Twitter, man. It's probably great for Twitter. I'm sure Twitter is all anti-Trump, and I get it. But I mean, it's him tweeting on there so much is probably boosting their stock up. Let's be real.
Yeah,
Yeah. Dude needs to
I'm
just stay off of
surprised.
Twitter, though.
I'm surprised the Justice Department hasn't already been like, well, Twitter, you kind of have to delete Trump's account.
I'm surprised too, honestly. Like, yeah. I mean, but I get why they don't, because it's like you're banning a president. You know what I mean? But I get it. Like, I get it both sides. If you don't know already, I'm very anti-politics in general. Everybody. So I'm not going to go on a rant about it this time, but maybe next time.
Yeah, I try my best very much to keep my bias away from it and just try to tell you guys what I'm seeing in the actual news, what the investors are focusing on, and that's what I try to focus on myself.
Right.
It's going to be the economical data, because data is everything to us. Fluff pieces like catalysts are going to come in and out of the market, but the real important things to watch are going to be the economical data. Things like the imports and export from China, so important right now, because we are getting kind of all these American companies are actually kind of scared out of their wits. We got companies like Domino's also scared about Brexit. That's another uncertainty, and that's in Europe. And so that's another uncertainty. If, let's say, if they get kind of unbalanced with the EU and get knocked out, there's so many kind of American companies that rely on trade. Domino's spent, I think it was $7 million or 7 million euros on inventory, just so they can have the cheese and sauce they need that they get from Britain, just in case there's some trade worries and they're not going to be able to get their product at the same pricing. So that just shows you kind of how wary American stocks are of kind of world trade right now. And stocks that rely on world trade are really kind of scared and worried about what's going to happen to their product and services in the next couple of years. Germany causing the panic today? It could be. I can go ahead and take a look. But yeah, there's when you actually look at it, overall everywhere in the market there's that word uncertainty, and with uncertainty comes kind of that fear, comes that momentum, and these kinds of swings that we see in the market. Weak data from Germany and China. I'll check it out. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what we can find.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and look up the news in a minute, in just a second. So I'll go ahead and look up the overall market news real quick too. Hold on.
There you go. That is the news.
All right. So first news I'm seeing right now is it says, quote, U.S. stocks were set to open lower Wednesday morning, giving back some of Tuesday's solid gains. Like I said earlier, after the U.S. bond market flashed a troubling signal about the U.S. economy, Dow Jones indicated a negative open.
That TLT.
All right, so we're also getting bank stocks. It says, quote, bank stocks led the decline in pre-market as it gets tougher for the group to make a profit lending money in such an environment. Investors worried about the state of the economy rushed to long-term safe haven assets, pushing the yield on the benchmark 30 Treasury bond to new record low on Wednesday. Bank of America, Citigroup, both down 3% in pre-market. JP Morgan, 2.8% down. So let's see what else we get.
This is the scary thing, I think. If you look at my screen now, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, you're right.
This is the real scary thing, guys. This is what I would be really paying attention to for the overall market is the U.S. yield curve. And this is the spread between the TLT, which is 10 years, and a 2-year bond. And if you see, we haven't been down here in a long time, since 2007. And when that happened, we kind of – if we crack down and get in the negatives, that's showing real weakness in the overall economy. And then that, with also weak economic data from Germany and China, really giving jitters to the overall health of the global economy here. Definitely people are worried, and that's what you can see. I don't need to save that. Let's see what data we got here.
So I also have the news. Let's see. So we got Dow futures are down over 400 points, and this is per Market Watch. Basically, this is from Chinese industrial production and German GDP, which is weighing on the markets. The yield on the 10-year U.S. Treasury note fell below that of the 2-year note, making an inversion of the main measure of the yield curve and flashing a recession warning signal. Dow Jones Industrial is down 1.49%, so 406 points. YMU fell 406 points, or 1.6%, to 25,904. For the S&P 500, shed 43.5 points, or 1.5%. So weakness after investors cheered news that the Trump administration would delay the imposition of new tariffs on Chinese goods from September 1st to the 15th. The yield on the 10-year U.S. Treasury note fell below that of the 2-year U.S. Treasury note for the first time in more than a decade. So that's what's weighing on the overall market, and this is per Market Watch, end quote. But yeah, that's what's weighing on the overall markets. So we should get a bearish day today. We'll see what actually happens, but we should.
With Germany slowing down, um, this is definitely going to be something of big concern. Germany is the motor of Europe. If there's anything that's brought Europe back, it's going to be Germany. So if there's anything that's going to show signs or first signs of the weakening in the economy, it's going to be Germany. So that's why people are I think, overreacting a little bit this morning. But hey, that's how it is with Catalyst. There's usually more of an overreaction
And then a
than kind of
correction.
yeah, and then a correction. So that's one thing that I will keep in mind for everyone to pay attention to. Make sure that we crack key supports if you're trying to trade short. Because if you're not seeing the cracking of the key supports, what you're seeing right now is a gap down to that pressure. But if the pressure doesn't break, the pressure can easily ease off on the opposite direction. So
Yep.
that's what I'll be kind of putting out there. I am going to be looking to short some stocks today, without a doubt.
For sure.
But I'm also going to be smart about that and looking for those key levels to break down.
Absolutely, for sure. We'll see. I'm just gonna watch the market, try to get in that reactive mind state.
Yeah.
Because that's what you got to be. You can't marry a side right now. I think you just got to look at the SPY, see how it acts at the open, and if it's weak, look for some shorts. If it's bullish, look for some longs, and depending on the sector, of course, and just try to find some edge in the market. We also got a TLRY. We can go ahead and look up some news though for now. We
Yeah,
got about 5 minutes.
TLRY, cannabis stocks taking a hit.
Yeah, for sure. Let
Even
me
though
see.
these not the worst earnings for TLRY. Um, wasn't as good as let's say APHA. APHA definitely the leader in that sector right now with their earnings. Their earnings were really profitable, um, but at the same time, uh, overall cannabis sector is still getting hit right now.
Yep. All right, so let's look up some news. First one I'm looking up is REAL, and this one is let me see when this one's up. This one actually made most of its move yesterday in pre-market, or in after hours. So this looks like second quarter results. Their revenue was up and their loss widens. And this is for Real Incorporated, an online marketplace for pre-owned luxury goods. Total revenue jumped 51% from a year previously to 71 million, and the value of goods it sold in the period increased 40% to 228.5 million. But the net loss widened to 26.9 million, and so I may look to short this one too, guys, for REAL. We also got INMD, and this one is up after second quarter revenue. The company reported second quarter EPS and sales that are up from last year for INMD. We also have, what else do we get? I'm going to be watching DCPH and RKDA, just because these are some that have been moving a solid amount the last few days, and they might not necessarily trend with the overall market. So if I want to look at some other opposing sides, I can look at DCPH and RKDA, just because those have moved a ton. But yeah, so that's basically what I'm looking at. Those are my main watches right now. WKHS, maybe. WKHS is gapping up some.
Yep, it's for penny stocks land. Yep, you can look at that. I kind of like MPTN, but you want to see volume in that stock, but it is gapped up. I'll watch that one still. Another one to watch in penny stocks. I had another one down here. Let's see.
So for WKHS, the news is they put out a story that said that they are doubling his earnings estimate for the maker of electronic step vans. Yeah, they basically raised their estimates for WKHS, so we'll see where that one goes. But yeah, two main watches are probably REAL and INMD. Those both really solid gap ups. Gonna watch some penny stocks too, but those are my favorite ones so far right now.
What I would watch this one, guys. MBIO. It doesn't have the most volume today, but I think the daily chart is showing some kind of strength coming in the near future. It could be not even today, but it's just one that I'm keeping an eye on. Kind of like when I saw Y10 start moving. I saw it start moving. It pushed up the next day, and it came back down. Kind of a common thing we see.
Yep. All right, guys. So can you guys hear me on? I just want to make sure. Can you guys hear me on the trade idea screen as well as Mitch? You should be able to hear both of us. If you can't, let me know. But I think we should have everything set up there. It should be okay.
NEPT. Look at the screen.
Huh?
And I'm talking to Ed. Ed was bringing up NEPT, and I literally had just went to the screen. Yeah, that one's taking a hit also.
I used to trade that one a ton, man. Volume kind of quieted down on it, so I don't trade it as much. But I used to trade that one a lot too. NEPT.
I can tell you guys, whenever you trade these kind of low volume stocks that are taking hits, make sure that you trade it perfectly pattern wise, meaning that you're getting it at the resistance if you're shorting, if you're getting it at the support if you're longing. You cannot put yourself in a bad position in a low volume stock. That's how you easily get squeezed in the wrong direction, or you just get the bottom to fall out on you, and then you take a big hit. These stocks have a tendency of opening their range and opening the level 2. It could easily just open the level 2 about 20 or 30 cents. So the only way you trade these is perfect patterns.
All right, here's the bell, guys. 2 seconds. There we go. All right, guys. So there's the bell. Let's do this. Right off the bat, we got a little bit of a drop in Roku here. Not really too much movement right now. I'm not seeing any significant movement right now, except for maybe AMD and MU. They're dropping some. Still watching REAL and INDM. Looking at the SPY overall, and it is dropping some, but not any significant amount. So still too early to tell. You gotta wait to see what we get today.
All right, guys, watching EMPH, big down move for me. I'm going to be watching that one to bounce back here.
All right, we got some drops, though. INMD, REAL, MU, AMD all dropping. Roku bouncing back. All right, so remember, guys, today I'm going to attempt to use the larger sizing.
KSS breaking that support there, heading towards 47. And so Macy heading towards 16.
All right, so we're getting some drops here.
All right, guys, got a starter here, 300 shares here, 3160.
Remember your recorder. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Jumping on it too quick.
All right, guys.
Here, guys.
So we got some solid drops here so far. AMD specifically is dropping some. We just need the VWAP to drop a little bit more, and it's still a little bit early. We got CGC bouncing some here. And I can throw Mitch up while I got the stream going here. Let me try to make it so that I can see. There we go.
All right, guys. Want this to hit down there to the 30s, and then I'll go ahead and take some profit. It's looking good right now.
Trying to make it. There we go. That should work. Still watching INMD here.
See how spreads can open up real quickly, guys. This stock is a clear example of that. For a second there, the spread was only 5 cents, and now it's opened up to about 15 to 20. And that's why I shared down here into 300 shares, just because I had that feeling that with a stock like this, the spread could open up easily on me. Sitting right now in the green, but trying to get to my profit target.
All right, so REAL, if it pulls back to 53, I'll take it with the risk of 68 or so.
All right, guys. EMPH bounced a little bit there to 3170s. 3180s was get me out of here, guys. Can't let it go past that.
Sorry, guys. Here, let me put up my other scanners for trade ideas. I completely forgot about that. There we go. There's the momentum scanners and some better scanners for the midday there, guys. So yeah, looking at Rio and INDM or INMD, both of them look okay. If we can get some pullbacks to the VWAP, I'll take REAL with around 200 shares or so.
All right, 81 showing up here on the ask. Got to be careful here, guys. All right, rejected hard there at 3180s. Can't get it above that.
Man, we're getting some big drops in in Rio and INMD.
There you go, looking good there. Rejected really hard there in the 70s. Just gonna have to hold to my risk here and see if it can get back down to the 3130s and 3120s. That'll be a good profit, good risk to reward here. I'm seeing Macy get back up there. What else? Square, just chilling at the VWAP.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull you down because it's really hard for me to watch these. So just update us if you're about to get in or out. Just let me know.
You're good.
Okay.
Just getting a down move here. Hopefully we crack these 40s and get into the 30s, and we'll be able to take some profit here.
All right, so for INMD, might get a little bit of a pullback here. I'd have to use a risk of really about 17.05, so about 25 cents if we can get up there.
All right, guys, it's pushing back up there. Got to really be careful with this one. Can't let it get past that 3180.
Yeah, that's just because I'm farther away from the mic, guys. So if I'm quieter than Mitch, it's just because I'm a little bit farther away from my mic.
Yeah, I got the headset on, guys.
Mitch's mic is flexing on mine. All right, SPY pulling, SPY testing the high of the day. Breaking the high of the day here.
Bounce back.
CGC looks alright. It's just kind of dull. I mean, if it can pull back underneath the VWAP and set up for a fake out fade, I'll definitely consider that one. I'm looking at AMD here with a risk of like 31, so about 8-cent risk for AMD. Doesn't look bad. And then for Rio and INMD, I'm just looking for it to pull back some if we can.
All right, there's the squeeze, guys, up there to 81s. If this fills, I got to get out.
All right, I'm in AMD here.
Rejection there. Rejection there off of 3180s again, guys. Going to give this a second. I might hit a small ad if it doesn't break 81s here.
I'm in AMD, but I'd like bigger sizing for sure. I don't know if I'm going to get it, though.
Pushing up there, guys. Might get squeezed out right here.
I mean, I got AMD, but way too small of sizing. I wanted bigger sizing. I assumed it would sit up there for a little bit longer, so I'm going to have to treat this one like a scalp, I guess. But maybe I'll add back when some bounces back.
All right, 100 shares going through there at 83. Might have to get out right here, guys.
All right, I got out of this one for 18 bucks. I'm gonna just look to add back. I didn't get the right entry. I didn't get the right sizing, so I'm just gonna scalp it on the way up. So quick trade. Still looking at INMD here, and I'll still consider AMD if it gets back up there.
There's the squeeze, guys. 88 showing up there. Got to get out here.
Man, I was looking at INMD, but the spread is 50 cents. So there's no way I'm going to take that. Unfortunate.
Squeeze out there, guys. $100 loss.
Don't stress it, brother.
It is what it is. Had the good position. Just didn't fall through.
So with AMD and the SPY, Nick, it actually looks like it's trending away against the market today. So like the SPY is pushed up most of this morning and AMD is dropped, and so it looks like it's trending against the SPY. I don't actually know for sure. It just from what I see so far. And so yeah, it was just a little quick scalping trade anyway, but that's what I kind of see from it so far. And this one doesn't look bad. At least the spread cleared up a little bit. I could still use that 17 risk, but it's a little bit too volatile and spready for me. It's you know, I like these safer range bound plays, and the way this one's acting is not necessarily favorable for me. The spread is not really behaving, if that makes sense. The spread is kind of going back and forth, back and forth. When it does move down, which is the direction I would trade it, the spread doesn't actually move with it. The bid's just staying at 51, but the ask is 25, 30, 40 cents higher. So I was looking at INMD, but it just never, it doesn't look like it's going to be one of those ones that I'm going to like, and you know, that I'm going to enjoy trading. So I'm going to move on to REAL here, see if we can get some better movement with that. We are getting the SPY dropping right now, though. Maybe I got scared out of AMD a little bit earlier, but what's up, Austin? What's up, brother? Yeah, man. Hey, we got the scanner stream up as well. So if y'all wanna, you know, join our scanner stream, I'll put these up too. You can join both. We got both streams up and running. So we got the scanner stream, and then we got the live day trading stream here as well. There's the scanner stream link if you want to check that out. I gotta plug my laptop in. It's gonna die, so don't. There we go. Alright guys, sorry about that. Had to go get my scanners here, or my laptop charger so that thing doesn't croak on me. Alright. I really don't mind IMDM, but the spread's just real, you know. 20-cent spread at least. If I do take it, it's going to be with like very small size, just because this one is a little bit too weird for me to trade. I think it's almost certainly going to drop, but I guess you never really know here.
All right, guys, taking a look at Urban here. Urban entry would be here close to 90s and risking off of 21s.
You know what? I'm going to take 50 shares of this one for INMD. Only risking about 25 bucks on it. Already up about 18 bucks, so. AMRN maybe for a VWAP bounce. If anybody likes those long plays, doesn't look terrible. Look at Real Tank. I just never got the entry at the VWAP, unfortunately. Maybe AMD if he gets back to 85.
Dish tanking there. Square back at VWAP. I see a lot of patterns kind of setting up either bullish or kind of pullback methods right now.
Yeah, look at INMD. I'm in this one with like a very small position just because of the spread, but the spread goes down to like 20, back up to 30 on the bid, back up to 40. So I like it. It looks weak. Preferably I'd like to add to it if it gets like up to 70s, but I don't know if I want to add with this spread.
Oof, EMPH faked me out. Now down there back to the 30s.
Well, the market came right back down, so I don't think there was anything you could do. I think it just
Just couple of a cent squeeze there. I'll look for a VWAP rejection. Bounce here to 60s, 70s.
Yeah, look, there goes AMD with the market.
There goes
tanking.
Urban. There goes Urban. I looked up for a second.
The market's just tanking. The market just cracked the lows. It just broke under 287.50, 288, 287.50, and it's dropping.
Yeah, that's annoying. All my retail stocks just faded, all of them.
Yeah, every stock, almost every stock I'm looking at faded too. It's just everything tanked.
ANF, AEO, Urban is the one that I wanted. 590s rejected there easily off 21. Had my risk point. Just missed. Just looked up.
Still early, brother. We got time, man. Don't stress.
Yeah, it's just annoying when you have already 100 lost. Should have got that 100 right here, right back. Can't hesitate. You got to stick on those trades that look the best. There's no need for me to be looking at EMPH again.
Yeah, look at INMD here. So the bid's down at 28, but the ask is still stuck at 50, which is right around my entry. I think if it does break down, it should break down nicely here, but if it takes too long, I'm just going to get out of it because I'm going to get impatient waiting for this one. The spread's too big for me to really enjoy this.
That one was a little disappointing.
There's 40. See if we can actually hold under here. I mean, I got about $500 in profit in this account. It's slowly building though. I'm slowly trying to build it.
Missing a lot of moves here. Man. Momo faded.
Coffee. Garav. What's up, Garav? Long time no see, brother. Alright, so here's the nice little breakdown for this one on INMD. I'll take it. See if that ask can come down to the whole dollar now. Just need the spread to even out a little bit here. I covered some right there. I saw the level 2 starting to work. So I still have 25 shares, but just kind of riding this one down, building up a little bit of a cushion so I can ultimately take a larger swing coming up. Just going to hold the rest of this in case it actually does like break down big here. Yeah, Gaurav is an OG in here. Nick, he's been in here for a long time. Yeah, Real's coming back. If it can get back up to 1760, I'll consider it. I'll put it this way, Gaurav. I'm up every day in gross profits so far this week. I haven't had a losing day in gross profits at least this week. Net profits, on the other hand, if I'm being honest, it's a little bit more of a struggle. But
just missing moves there a lot.
Oh yeah, that's who I was talking about, Tarj. My bad. Market rebounding a little bit. I'm getting out of this. So roughly $30 gain so far today. Don't want to add back to it. The spread's just too crazy for me. If you guys remember it up here at 50, though, I said it almost certainly is going to drop. And so I took advantage of the drop that I wanted. And now I'm just going to move on to something else. I don't really like the way this one's moving. It's just a little bit too spready. Squeeze-ish, if you will. So going to look at AMD, Real. And maybe CGC, some of the cannabis plays looking a little weak now. Nice, brother. Yeah, no, for sure. I remember you, Gaurav, man. I remember you, brother. Nick as well, man. I remember most people in here. When we don't see some people after a while, it's usually like... I understand it. Like, the stream is going to fluctuate with the viewers that are in here because, everybody, I understand that, like, most people don't stick around trading. Like, most people learn to trade, and then a lot of the time, to be honest, most people lose money, and then they just give up, and I never see them again. And we've had a lot of, like, people that were in here every day that just quit trading. And that's kind of the state of the market. You got to persevere through it.
All right, guys, watching AMAT here. Need to see it reject from 47s. And then I can short. If not, it should squeeze. There's a squeeze up there to 47 10s, 47 11s. I'd look for squeezes right now in the tech sec. MU getting up there. MU's squeeze would be over 43. Looking for AMD back at VWAP. AMD back at VWAP could be a good entry.
Yeah, I'm looking at Real, REAL, and maybe AMD too. What do you think of INMD? It's one I traded earlier. The spread is the biggest thing that got me, but it's been pretty reliable so far. But Real is the most interesting one right now for me because I can use a risk of like 69 or 70. And so my risk is about 20 cents, and it's got a huge reward target of like 50, 60 cents. So almost 3-to-1 reward to risk for Real if I can have the patience. But we'll see,
I'll keep an eye on AMAT, see if it wants to just crush here through the VWAP. If it doesn't hold 47 here.
Yeah, it's sorry to hear that, Nick. Sorry to hear that, brother.
Strength and AMAT for sure.
But you're back, man. You made it back, bro. So it's good to see y'all, man. Yeah, we've had a lot of OGs pop up in the chat this week. We've had Skynet popped up here. I hadn't seen that dude in a year or so. We had you, Nick. We had Gaurav. We've had a few people that just popped up in here that I hadn't seen in years. In a year or so. Look at INMD. Maybe I got scared out of it, but SPY faded a little bit just now. Remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button. You know, Mitch and I day trade live every weekday morning. We do it all live. We show everybody everything. We try to be as transparent as we can. And so if you want to watch us day trade live, we also have Trade Idea scanners that are streaming simultaneously to this stream. And, you know, simultaneous to this stream. And so you can watch our scanner stream and see what's moving in the market and check trade ideas out. And then you can watch our live stream here and kind of watch us trade the market overall. And so hit that subscribe button. Everything we do is free. All the content we put out there. We've got a whole list of free day trading courses on YouTube right now. At this point, I think it's around 15 to 20 hours uploaded of free day trading content and classes. So hit that subscribe button, guys. Also, if you click the bell next to that, that's one of the best ways you could support us. It's going to notify you and turn on notifications and alert you every time we actually go live. And so hit that subscribe button and show your support. So we got AMD moving back here. Right, exactly, Taj. That's usually what happens, honestly. They quit trading right as, you know, they get frustrated, and I understand it, but...
All right, AMAT trying to collect volume here at 47. He keeps trying to break out above 47.13. So if he can't break out above that, I could see a breakdown here happen at 47. Just putting that out there so if you guys hear me get in, you guys know the idea that I had behind the trade.
Yeah, I'm looking at AMD here. AMD's getting closer and closer. I could risk off of... Oh, I gotta be honest with my risk. So from 75...
Sorry about that. AMD getting back up there.
Yep, I'm on it. 75 up to 90.
We need one more rejection, and you should get the complete move in AMD. I feel the same way for MU if it rejects here. If it gets up there to the high and just rejects.
There's 75. 77s. 78, 79s. Alright, I jumped in with 75 shares. I'm going to add another 75 if we can get back up there. Risk is 90 or 91. Right here is my risk.
What's your entry?
77. The VWAP's at like 75 or so, so I got in a little bit actually above the VWAP. Was gonna add to it, but don't know if I'll get the chance now. Well, now it's kind of a fake out fade, so if it falls down, I could potentially add to it on any bounces back up there. Oh, there's back up. We'll wait for a flush before we add any more to this one.
All right, if AMAT doesn't break out through 47.10s here, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's different. I get some people that hate on me for using 1 minute candles a lot. It's really all it is really preference. Some people work better with 1 minute candles. Some people work better with 5 minutes. 5 minutes are going to show you the more macro view of the stock, whereas 1 minute's going to show you the more micro view of it. And so it just depends on your trading style. You know, some people are going to do it a little bit better with different time frames. So it all depends. All right, so we are getting a squeeze up here in AMD.
Macy there at the VWAP, but I don't know. It looks a little strong at the bottom. There was too much volume collected at 940. Too much volume for me at the bottom for me to take that one. Yeah, AMAT broke out of the point that I was trying to trade it, so I just left it alone, guys.
Yeah, look at INMD. Maybe I should have held on to some more. I mean, I sold my last bit, though. I sold most of mine right around here. And then I got out on the squeeze up. So I think I held through most of it, but we did get that move. So what we see with AMD is my risk is up here. I'm not going to add any more until it flushes below the VWAP down to around 71. If it can do that, I'll add some to it. But it's got to do that before I decide to add to it, because at this point it's pretty close to my risk, and I just want to see it drop down a little bit better before I do take any more added positions to it.
All right, looking at Square here, guys. If it doesn't break 62 and hold above 62.05, I'll take a short there off 62.13s. Here comes the 62s. There's the 62.04. Nothing filled there at 05s or 04.
SPY is testing the VWAP now. Hopefully we get a fade, but it looks like I'm probably about to get stopped out of
Yeah,
AMD.
MU broke out of the hold there. Still think you have a good measurement of risk there. I like the trade.
Yeah, well, my risk is 92, so it's right there now, and I let it test. We got a rejection there, but I got to be pretty strict with it now. If it breaks that previous high, I just got to bail out of it. Hopefully it doesn't, but
SPY holding 288s. That's really what it is. That SPY is like doing like kind of these baby moves right now after it did a huge move. Yeah. One of the key things I've been watching is the hourly chart, and the hourly chart is only about 60 cents. It's just catching us. I think stocks are moving. I know I got caught.
so
Now
look
look
at
at
that confirm.
Square. Square did a weird move there, broke out, right back down. So
What I do like is look at this confirmation right at my risk level. So my risk level was 92. It went up to 93, and I let it test. And this is something I typically do is I let it test this risk level. And I'm not saying it's going to work. It may still stop me out of this trade. But now I have a super defined risk level in the trade. So I can stick to that original risk level I gave myself, and it's just really, really obvious now. If it ends up failing, if it comes back and squeezes me out, fine, because my risk level is very, very obvious. And now if it breaks below the VWAP here, I'll add to it and then just base it off of that same risk that I had. But what this shows me is that the risk level I'm calculating was solid, a very solid risk level. I was spot on with it. So now it makes my trade really easy because I just can hold it to that level, and if it breaks that level, I can get out. But as long as it maintains below that risk level that it just formed, and what I gave myself before it even formed that, then I'm good in the trade.
good VWAP reject there from Kron.
There's
Thinking about this
67s.
Square here, but
We get a bounce up to 75, 30, 75. I'm going to add to this one for AMD.
everything just slightly going above the levels that I want to take it on. So I'm just kind of waiting, guys. Just be rather in the waiting game for me, especially after taking the first loss. Just trying to get a good position here for the second one.
Smart move. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, you got to take it easy, especially if you got your first loss. There's nothing worse than first 10 minutes of the market, you hit your max loss, and you just can't do anything about it.
Right, for sure.
That will really kill you real quickly. So just taking a pause here, looking for the right move. I wanted Square to hold 62.05s, and then it went up to 62.10. So then I couldn't short that. I always try to do these kind of third rejections, stuff like that, and kind of set up the trade the way I expect it to go. And if it's going in that direction, I'll take the trigger. But if it's not, if it's showing something different, I'd rather hold off on that trigger.
All right, so I just added another 75 shares to this one on AMD, and just going to look for it to flush back down now. I got the bounce back up there, and the risk is still the same thing at 30.92, 30.93, and so I can just hold it to my risk and see if it's going to end up flushing back down here and coming back down to crack the lows. That's what I'm going to look at. It's setting up for a fake out fade, but I'm already up enough to where it's a little bit better for me in the trade now, and I can just try to let this work and just try to rinse and repeat when it does follow through for me.
All right, guys, watching JD
So we got-
here.
So we got a quick flush immediately after the ad. Beautiful. It only moved up 1 cent before the flush. So a beautiful flush back down. And now I'm going to do the same thing, guys. If it gets back up to 75, I'm going to add my sizing right back and then short it and then try to ride it back down again. And so that's how you kind of build up profit on the day without risking a ton in this. So that's what I'm looking at with AMD. But a beautiful confirmation in my ad there. So still holding that initial 75 shares, just profited a little bit more on the day, and gonna look for a move back down to that low of the day down here at 30.40.
All right, looking really closely at this key price point in $30 in JD. I got 89,000 shares to go through there at 310, 3010.
All right, we're testing the 60 level now. $54s. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to take that off there a little bit early, but I'm going to add back to it on any bounces back up here. The reason I took it off is because my reward target was 42, but there's that $half there at 30.50. And so if we're going to bounce, it's going to bounce right there. I'm just going to take the rest off. So yeah, guys, no losing trade so far today. So 3 in a row today, 3 out of 3. Just gonna keep trying to milk these VWAP plays while I see them. And so we'll see what happens. Market's flushing down, so we should get some downward movement.
Yep. I like trades right now.
Wait, how did I only make $10.75 on INMD? Did I have a losing trade on that one? I'm so confused. Didn't I make Did I have a losing trade this morning?
Just look at your tickets.
I can't remember, man. I didn't think I did. Let me see.
I don't remember. I didn't think you did either, but maybe it was just the
Maybe it's just where I
entries and
got out of
exits
it.
tighter. Yeah, than you
Yeah, I guess so.
expected it to be.
Yeah, I think it was a green trade, but I guess I only made $10 from it. That's disappointing.
All right, guys, might get short in JD here into this push.
So SPY just broke the lows. Yeah, so I mean, the VWAP is gonna be, as you can see, like per this one, the VWAP is gonna be roughly at the same level on both the charts. The big thing you want to understand is that the VWAP is an intraday trend indicator, so it tells you that current day's intraday trend, so like that daily trend, and that's what it is. And so we're getting a move back up here for AMD. If we get back up to 75, I'll probably add some back here. We'll see. Got 70. Got up there for a split second. Maybe hesitated a little bit too much on that one. He is. Can you guys actually hear that? Man, hold on then.
I hear it in the background. All right, guys, taking a starter here in JD short. JD short risk right now is above 30.10s.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put Mitch up, guys. I gotta go tell my son. My son's about to go to his first day at school, so I'm gonna put Mitch up here and go wish my son a good day at school. It's his first day at kindergarten today. So yeah, it's my son's first day at kindergarten today. So I'll be back, guys. I'll be back.
Wish him luck. Wish him luck, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, brother. So yeah, I'll throw Mitch up here, and I'm gonna go wish my son a good day.
All right, guys. If I see some sizing right here, get into 30s, I might add here. Try to crush this down here. Seeing a little bounce there. No stress. Sounds good. Always, always. I'm not gonna lie. I was a crier the first day, especially kindergarten. I was like, no, don't take me. So he sounds like he's having a good time at least. He doesn't sound like he's having a bad time. All right, guys, hit the ad there, guys. Saw the down reaction there. Gonna go ahead and take my shot here. Looking to take 2/3 of this trade as it gets through 2090s. Then looking to take the rest of it down here at the 29.75. There you go. AMD looking good. John's Shay looking great. All right, now starting to get that down pressure. Let's see if we can really get down to these 90s here. Really don't want to see it swing back above that 30.05 now. There you go. A little bit of pullback here. Gonna try to let it see if it tests these 90s here. Then we'll take some profit, guys. All right, testing the 90s right there. All right, guys, took it off there at 191. 190, 291s, 29.91. Sorry about that. Little tongue tied there. All right, got 400 shares left here, guys, at 30.02, holding the rest break even. Not going to let it get and test my kind of break even point. Don't want to risk some of this amount, but already took $67 off. So that's going to help us in our first loss, get us right back in this trading day. Now we're looking for this $30 to hold. We really don't want to see a swing back above $30. We want to see it maybe test 30, but get right back down underneath it. Kind of the pattern we want to see hold here. I want to see a little bounce can go to 30.03. Right there at 30.03. I don't want it really to hold 30.03s and get above to 30.05. Want to see a rejection there at 30, a breakdown through 29.90s. One that I like here, guys, is Dish. Dish looking really good there. Good rejections there off the VWAP. Good rejection there. Third touch, 3170s. Another one that I'm looking at, guys, is A&F. Good fade there. Nice off of 1595s. All right, guys, seeing some volume here. Seeing the SPY drop there a little bit, so not feeling too bad about my position here. Got to give it a shot to break down. It already gave me my first profit. Give it a chance here. JD killed you yesterday, Adrian. Yeah, it had a really, really strong day. Yesterday was really strong for JD. If you look at the chart, the daily chart, it's a big, big candle. Big candle day. So that's why I'm kind of trading it also. Had such a big green day yesterday that I feel like this one could really come down. It was looking bullish all morning, then started looking to the bear side, and that's why I took the trade. All right, here's that pressure on the 30.01s. Remember, guys, we want to see rejection in the 30s. We don't want it to hold above this 30.05 here. That'll pull us right out. If it holds 30.05. There's 30.04s, 30.05s. Got to hold these to 05s here. There you go, squeezing past it, guys. There, 07, 08s there. About to get out of these last little shares. Hesitating a second to see if I'm just going to get a quick washout here. If not, I'll just step out. Step out. Got it back up there to the risk point, which is 30.10 there. Took it off, kept my $40. Look for another trade here. Not a bad trade, at least get us a little bit of our money back. Was close there. Probably could have taken the 29.90 and just scalped it, but was looking for a bigger win there. I'll take it. Squeezing back there. Let it test these 30.20s. All right, guys, going to keep an eye on this. This looks interesting. Square. Creating a long-term kind of symmetrical triangle here. Yeah, long-term symmetrical triangle there. All right, so 62.05, big resistance there for Square. Also seeing that if it breaks down through the 70s, should look bearish for the day. I don't feel like trading it here. I hate trading in between symmetrical triangles. I kind of wait till they break out or break down, just because you can get caught on both sides of the symmetrical triangle as it tightens up. All right, let's see if it's going to hold this support here. 61, 66. Everybody's going to crush through it. It's all good, Adrian. Happens to the best of us. You know, I had 2 green days this week trying to work my way, keep my green streak going this week. Just trying to be smart here. Took a bigger than expected loss in EMPH. So just trying to be smart here, get a couple trades in, get right back in the green, and take a little bit of green today. All right, guys. Also looking at Dish, guys. Looks like a good risk to reward. Up there to 81. I'll be trying to short 69, 70s. All right, square breaking there on the upside there, guys. Let's see if it holds this trend line, which is 61.80. There's the pullback.
All right, I am back. I am back now. My son is gone to kindergarten.
Ah,
I am back. There we go.
dish.
I see you got a nice trade on JD.
Yeah, and I had a really good trade planned for Dish. Just looking at square.
Yep, it'll do that.
That's what happens. I'm a squarehead today.
Yeah, it'll happen, man.
Oh man, I was talking about Dish, looking for it to bounce, look down, look up, gone.
Yep.
Easy trade there on Dish. Nice VWAP fade. I like that trade all day.
You took down the face cam? Ah.
Nah, my phone died.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't
AMD
charge it last night, so
AMD would have been a nice ad there too. The only issue with it now is that I'm worried the market's gonna bounce back. Look at Kron, Mitch. Look at Kron. Cron looks pretty solid, actually. CRON. I'm still looking at AMD. I don't want to give up any of these gains here that I made. But Cron is right there. Spread's only 2 cents. I could risk off of 52. So a risk of about 10 cents. While we do have a moment here, if you want to check out the same platform that we use, we use TradeNet. And a lot of people are going to hate on TradeNet. And the big thing you want to understand is that the package that they offer new traders is not meant to be for super experienced traders. It's for new traders. And the big thing about it is that you're actually able to trade with a significant amount of buying power with no PDT rule. So you can day trade as much as you want. For the intro package, which is $3.99 on sale through my link, you get 14K in buying power to trade with. Again, there's no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. It also comes with a trading course, access to their trading chat room, and a demo account for a few weeks to practice before you actually use your live account. And so you can actually short stocks on TradeNet. A lot of these hard to borrow stocks are actually shortable on there. And the way it works is like a prop firm. And so there's a 70-30 split. And so you keep 70% of your profit, they keep 30%. And it's only taken out of your actual profit itself, not on any losses or anything like that. And so for new traders, I think they're most of the time going to lose their first account. And this is just a much cheaper way to learn how to trade the market and to actually trade with a live account. I think for new traders, it makes a ton of sense and helps them to kind of eliminate some of the risk of when they first get started. Because let's be real, most of the time new traders deposit thousands and then end up losing that. And this is just a cheaper way for you to kind of eliminate some of that risk when you first get started. And so if you want to check that out, there's the link. You can also try the trading challenge, which is completely free to enter. And at the very least, you're going to get a demo account for a few days. The basic way it works is you get the challenge is completely free to apply to. And so it's completely free. And this is especially interesting for traders because they get to have the chance at winning a free package without risking anything. It's completely free to apply to and to enter. And if you're approved, you have 5 trading days to make $500 in net profit. And if you can do that while following the rules, you win a free package on TradeNet. And again, it's completely free. At the very least, you're going to get a demo account for a few days to try the challenge for free. And so there's nothing really to lose. I'll post that link here as well if you want to check that out too. And then again, just to go through our, selfless plug.
Starter there and Dish.
I'll put Mitch up here. And this is the platform for TradeNet as well.
Let me take off Square. Square held that 80 breakout on that symmetrical triangle. Just want to show you it before I take it off, guys. That's a symmetrical triangle. You put the bottom support, you put the top resistance. You want to see it hold the trend line, break out, and then when it comes back to the trend line, hold it. And that's exactly what happened here. And you get that breakout to 62.
Nice, Nick. Nice work, brother.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of non-US folks use TradeNet for sure. But no, go check out Trade Ideas as well. Super customizable dynamic scanners. They really allow you to do a lot of cool stuff with them, and they have their test drive that's going on right now where you can try them out for a week for $9 basically. And if you use promo code BT15, you get 15% off packages on Trade Ideas. So go check them out.
All right, let's see. This trader wants to pay out. Looking good here. Bounced there, and I was able to get the entry I wanted, so took the trade. All right, seeing the bounce back. 3,000 shares going through there at 67. Got to be careful here, guys. JD breaking out there, guys.
No, thank you.
After I tried shorting it broke out. Square breaking out there. M Macy's at a important key point here. Keeps rejecting off 1627s, but that one with some volume could squeeze also. MU, quick move to VWAP. I'm going to stick in this trade. I like the way it's set up. I like how it broke down through the 3160s with big volume. Didn't collect volume here at 3130s. If there was a big volume bar here at 945, I'd be kind of worried about this trade. But this is what we want to see when we take the VWAP fade, is we want to see a big breakdown of support. And when we see breakdowns of support, we want to see big volume. And then we don't want to see the big volume here at the bottom. And that's really the key point. It's at the bottom. If there's a lot of bag buyers that can get through that VWAP. All right, here testing the risk here. Up there to my risk. Let's see if it rejects here.
All right, I'm watching Kron and AMD both for fake out fades here. They both popped above the VWAP. Kron especially looks interesting because I can use that 52 as a risk level, and if I get in around 45, my risk is like 7 cents. And so that one looks especially interesting. If it can come down to 40 and then bounce to 45, I'll probably take it. And same thing with AMD. If it can get down to 60 and then bounce back up to the VWAP at 70, I'll probably take that too. See ya, Austin. Have a good day, brother.
Good rejection there off the 80s. Kind of what I needed to see.
What's up, David Holder? What's up, man? Yeah, David. If you want to watch us trade live, we actually have one of our live streaming, our live trades. We have one of our live trading streams up as well. We have both of these up at the same time. So if you want to watch us trade live, I'll post that link for you to come check out. And if you're in the scanner stream, I'm posting the link now if you want to come join us for our live trading stream. You could still keep the scanner stream up, just open the other one in a new window.
Interesting one. UWT and DWT having a good 20 cent range today. Got a lot of volume on that last candle. We're watching to see which direction it heads towards. All right, got some down pressure. Now we could get a good measurement of risk here. Can add into it if I want to. Can average in here in the 70s and take a shot. I'm trying to see it, let it go down here to 60s and then let it bounce. But if it just holds 70 here, I'll let it test again.
Yeah, we're getting a rejection in the SPY too off the VWAP, so should be solid for you. AMD is moving back down too. Like I said, if AMD gets down to 30.60 and then bounces up to the 70s again, I'll probably take it for the same type of trade as last time.
Kron maybe, VWAP rejection. I don't know if that's looking like it's forming it.
Remember to subscribe, guys. We do this every weekday. Every weekday we do this live, showing all aspects of our trading, not hiding anything, letting you guys see our wins and losses. So, make sure to subscribe. I think we're really the only people that actually do this. There's other people that try to do it, but they don't actually show anything. I see some other people that are streaming that are like, yeah, I'm day trading, but they don't show anything. They just tell you, I guess, which is very misleading, to say the least. So hit that subscribe button. We just try to be transparent here.
Things flipping a little bit, so it'll be fun right now. Seeing UWT and DWT get some volume. DWT heading on the downside and UWT heading on the upside. Let's see if it can get above 1190s, and then should probably squeeze through its 12. With me, I don't want to add here. I want to let it test maybe 76 and start creating kind of this downward angle. And then once it creates the third touch in this 75, 73 area, then I can worry about knocking it down here to the 30s. Shorting here more at this price point would just put me more in what I call the middle position. Middle position, not where we want to be. We want to be either on the top part of the range while we're shorting, or on the bottom part of the range while we're longing.
Right. You never want to be in the middle because that's the area where you're going to have the most indecision and you're going to get squeezed.
Yeah, because you get this point right here where like I'm only down $3, but what are you gonna do there? You can't do anything really. You don't want to add to the position because you're down in the position. Any bounce up will put you really negative, and then you kind of in between. So I gotta wait here, let the pattern develop. If I get confirmations from price action, I can add.
What's the IPO? I am what? I was watching it earlier. Let me see if I can find it.
IPO.
It's not an IPO. It's just a recent IPO. It's INMD is what it is.
All right, guys, couldn't call this out. I'm calling a squeeze in Macy. Squeeze there in Macy's over the pattern there. Was trying to hold VWAP, got right above VWAP, then came back down and picked up some big volume there. Key point for Macy's now is it's going to hold 1625s. Maybe do a red to green.
Here comes the SPY flush. Back down again.
I'll take it. Flush down, baby. Flush on down.
All right, here goes AMD here too. Like I said, AMD gets down to 60, bounces up to 70, 71. I'll short it with a reward target of around 40. I got another fly in my coffee, man. I got one of these little fly strips, but they still like my coffee, man. There goes this one.
It's the sugar. They smell the sweetness.
I don't have sweetness though. I don't drink.
Yeah.
I don't drink sugar.
Yeah, you're not a sugar guy.
Yeah, man. I don't. It's got a little bit of milk. I mean, I guess that has some sugar in it.
Yeah, that's probably where it is. Yeah, I just use creamer. That's all I use.
It's too sweet. Coffee's actually good for you if you don't put sweets in it.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I mix it up. Sometimes I get the sugar-free version. Sometimes I don't.
All right, with AMD though, we got this move down to 63 now. If we get that bounce up to 70, I'll take it.
All right. Starting to do kind of the position here at 60s. There's 61s. I think this is where we're going to get the bounce. Could take some profit right here. There's too little profit here, guys, for me to take it there. I would rather at least get a $20 or $30 kind of first profit.
Well, SPY's at the low of the day, so looking weak.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Yep. Rejected right off there. There's a support there at 50. We'll look to take some off here at 55s, 50. Haven't got the ask to that level yet. Only the bid.
Sorry, I'm gonna put this up so that you guys can kind of see both of us. At least so I can get my trading window up here. There we go. All right, so I have some profit built up on the day, and so I don't mind taking a 200, 300 share position for AMD now. Risk level now would just be that 78 level, so I get in at 70, only about 8 cents. See if we get up a little bit more of a bounce.
Yeah, I'm trying to let this crack through the 3150 to the 3150s and maybe show 3155s on the ask. If not, I'll let it bounce here. I don't think it's enough reward for my risk.
Never got the move up there to get into this position on AMD. Unfortunate, but we're at 61s. I need it to at least like 65, 66 before I add to it, or before I jump in this one. It's at 61s now. If we get a bounce on the SPY, though, it might help, but... There's 59s again. We'd probably get the break before I could actually get into it. Unfortunate. Let's see what else is on the scanners. ZYNE. Still watching Real.
Here comes those 55s. Let's see if we can get out here, guys.
Yeah, SPY's at the lows.
See if we can take some out here. Trying to let it crack down a little bit. Don't want to rush towards this profit here.
Never got the bounce back up there that I needed. SPY breaking lows. You should be good here.
Yep. I'm at least looking for that crack towards 50.
My internet's giving me issues.
We'll see what happens once that cracks.
Yeah, my internet's struggling here, guys. I don't know why.
Everybody woke up in the neighborhood.
I guess so. Hey guys, let me know how it looks. Let me know how the stream looks. Let me see if the quality is good enough.
What's going on, traders? How are we doing today? How's your day going? What are the strategies we're using today? And what do you think is working?
There goes AMD back down to below 50. So I just never got the add part where I wanted to enter. Been a very good day for fades. Just never got that add that I wanted, so unfortunate, but
don't know if we're gonna get that crack here. Giving it a second. Showed 56s, but then it quickly scooped it. Canceling down for right now. Might just take these 57s.
stream looks good. Cool. Yeah, I don't know why it's saying that. I guess it's probably fine, honestly. I might need a refresh. If I refresh, it'll probably look better, I think. No, it still says it's not great, but...
Yeah, no crackdown. Maybe should have taken those 57s, but it's already up there to 59, 58s. I'm waiting. Just got to be patient for my reward. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue, my friend.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and figure out the day here. See what's going on.
AMD's now bouncing back. I just don't know if I like it as much now. It came back down to the bottom of the range. And so if it would have bounced before that, I would have liked it more just for it to retrace to the bottom. But since it's already went back to the bottom and the SPY's moving up, I don't like it as much now. I might still take some, but not going to be the full sizing I wanted earlier. We'll see if the SPY hits some resistance here at 287s. Alright, so we're getting a bounce back here with the SPY bouncing back on AMD. If it gets up to 70, I'll probably take it with a pretty tight risk, though.
I'm doing the same thing, guys. Holding that 1625 that I called out.
Yeah, there's AMD back down to that low. Yeah, never quite got there. Just patiently waiting here. See if I can find anything else. If not, I don't mind being done for the day. I've gone for 3 for 3, 100% accuracy so far today. So we'll see what else we get. But if I don't trade again, I'm not gonna be upset.
I agree with you, brother.
I like Dish there. I mean, I think Dish might bounce back to that 65 level, but I think that it looks pretty weak, and so it should be good for you. And if it bounces back to 65, I might take some more short.
Just hanging out. This is one of those let's take a nap stocks.
Yeah.
It's really slow moving, but the good thing with slow movers, probably not going to get like let's say in this stock has a range of about 40 cents. You really couldn't expect a squeeze of 40 cents. So it gives you an ability to at least stay a little bit more patient in the trade and stick to your risk and reward. That's what really needs to happen here.
Right.
As you guys can tell, I try to trade a lot of ranges and stick to the risk and reward and not trying to change where I take my points. This is a positive some days and a negative some days. Some days maybe a scalp strategy would be better. And that's really the thing about trading. It's kind of learning kind of the adjustments you need to make throughout the year and in different market environments.
Yep.
The best traders, they can adjust. The ones that can't, they'll get eaten alive.
Yeah, man, and it's the market's always evolving and changing. It's always changing and doing different things, and so you gotta evolve with it as a trader. Like even since I started trading, even since I started streaming, I used to take a lot of 1 minute pullbacks and low at the day breaks and high at the day breaks. Then I switched to shorts mostly, low of the day shorts. Then I switched to VWAP fades. Then I switched to VWAP fades and bounces, and I'm still on VWAP fades and bounces, but now I'm trading them a little bit differently. So you're always evolving as a trader, and the market is going to come with you with that evolution. You just want to, keep working, keep pushing, and keep trying to find the best edge in the market. That's all trading is looking for an edge, and there are edges in the market. There are, you do have significant edges in certain aspects of the market. You just got to find them, find what works, ignore everything that doesn't, and just rinse and repeat the what actually works for you.
I agree. All right, guys. Looks like the SPY wants to head down there. Let's see if we can crack here. Seeing the TVIX break out there to the highs. Want to see a big push of volume as these levels kind of crack here. Would like to see the volume increase, not decrease. Man, that EMP8s today, without that fake out, ooh, would have been a crazy win. So can't really stress that one too much. I did lose $100 on it, but when I look at the chart and I see my potential gain, and I got stopped out on that little squeeze up. Other than that, this was a perfect pattern, and then so you can't really worry about when you get squeezed out and you took the right trade. This was the right trade, even though I lost $100. It was $100 that was worth it. I got squeezed out, but the move right after went from my entry all the way down to now. First went down to 30.91s from a 31.69 entry, and then all the way down there to 30.22s.
Yeah, I mean the only thing with that one is that it broke high. It broke the high of the day, so I think your exit was right. That was
Yeah,
the
it
right
was the
exit.
correct thing. It was the
Yeah, for
correct
sure.
thing. It just didn't go my way at the last second,
Right.
and that's how trading goes. And sometimes you just got to cut it. Because here it could have been a very easy story of it squeezing to the 32s, but when we got that rejection, it happens, and you take the trade for the potential. You don't take the trade for what the results are actually going to be.
Right.
I think that's really what I want to stress here, and that's why we always stress risk and reward, because you can't know what's going to happen. I don't think any trader really knows 100% what's going to happen. The only thing we can do is stick to probabilities, put ourselves in the best position every single day.
That's right.
And that's what wins the day, guys. That's what's win the markets. All right, seeing this push here in the SPY and the TVIX. All right, going to continue watching the TVIX a little closer, see how far I can get this push into. Saw it crack through the 55s. Don't really want to back up by 3160s. Wanted to crush here to 3150s. Need to see the momentum keep pushing. All right, we're heading down to these key support areas now. All right. Big point is 286.60. If we can crack that, I think we'll get a big win here. It's heading to it. So let's see what happens here. Don't want to see it just scoop right back up to the 87s. Would like to see a really hard down push through the 60s.
Looking at APHA, if APHA can bounce back to the VWAP, I might take it.
Yeah, I like the way CGC set up there. It had a big time resistance right above it. It didn't set up at the VWAP, but like the way it was setting up for sure.
Yeah, I was watching that one. It never quite got there. Yeah,
Yeah,
like you
it's
said, it
like
never quite got
right
there.
underneath it, right underneath it.
Yeah, got
Like if
close.
that whole pattern, if we could shift it up 3 or 4 cents, I think John would be like, yeah.
Right. Oh, I definitely would. I just took 100 shares of APHA, guys, just to show you here. I just took 100 shares. Gonna look to scale in if it can move up another penny or so.
I'm just watching the SPY, guys. That's really what's gonna do it. If we can get that crackdown through that support, I think we'll get the nice big gain on here. If not, I'm just gonna hold for right now. Let it test here. If it goes to VWAP, don't really want to see it hold above VWAP. Holding above VWAP is gonna put too much risk on. So we're gonna let it test here, up here to VWAP, and hopefully reject these 3170s. Real key, still watching the SPY on a 1 hour chart, looking to see if it breaks 286.60.
All
All
right, so I
right,
scaled
guys.
in with 300 shares of this one on APHA.
Dish back up there, guys. You see it hold right here.
What's your risk in that one?
Original risk was set at 3181s, 82s. Once it broke below VWAP, I really wanted to hold a downward trending area here. So we need to see it hold right here and kind of not really get up there to 3180s. 3180s is just going to put too much pressure. So you see, that's kind of what I want to see. The rejection from here, a downward trending line start building up, and then I can go ahead and go off of that once it creates a high.
Yeah, I'm in APHA short. Just a small position, though. Very small range overall on this stock. And my risk is only about 4 cents. So I'm in with 300 shares, but entry average is around 60.
Just getting squeezed there. Might have to stop out.
Thanks, Siesta. Thanks, man. Yeah, I might screw up my accuracy today, but it is what it is. I mean, I built up enough cushion on the day to take my shot here and try a few more trades if it, still up $40 or so. Only risking about $20 or so in this trade, so we'll let it work, but we'll see what happens.
All right, like that reaction, TVIX there. All right, guys. Anything to 68 and above, I'll be adding. All right, just hit a little add there at 69. See if we can get the
SPY
SPY to
breaking
crack.
lows.
Yeah, I'm looking for that 60. I'm telling you that 60 is going to be a big level. You can see it on the hourly if you look back long term.
Yep.
If it breaks that 60 with good volume, that's what we want to see. That's what we got in the TVIX. Remember how I said I wanted to see volume increasing and not decreasing? And you can look at the TVIX, we're getting volume increasing and not decreasing. Let me see if I get a closer look at the SPY, what the volume's doing. All right. The SPY is getting decreasing volume. So the volume's getting into the TVIX right now. So that's why I'm going to pay attention closer to the TVIX right now than I am going to be paying attention to the SPY, because the momentum right now is jumping from the TVIX with that volume getting in there. The pattern would be for it to hold 21.17s, the bottom support there at 21.04. Good rejection there off dish for me. Created a high, a good high to go off of here, guys.
Yeah, like it gave you a super obvious risk there at like 77 now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If anything, I'm looking to increase into this.
I got flaws.
There's the 61. The SPY. 56.
Yep, SPY's tanking. Man.
Can you get through it, baby? Can she blow through it? Let's see. Look at the TVIX.
Yeah, it looks good for you. For sure. Get it down to that $0.50, 31.55, 31.50.
Yep, and they can take some profit. Looking to take 600 shares off as it reaches in the 50s. Not 60s, though. 60s doesn't make sense for me right now. I want it to at least get to my 2-to-1. First profit at 2-to-1, then look for the 3-to-1 return. Could take profit here, but taking too many kind of ads in here. Need to get my risk to reward here. Risk here was at it was about 60, 70 bucks. So I need to at least get that return. So I'm targeting to get that return. Make the trade viable. 55s, 56s.
SPY's definitely helping you for sure. That thing's washing out weak.
That's what I want to see there. DWT breaking out there. UWT breaking down there. A lot of volume came into TVIX. That's a good sign.
Yeah, we're getting a little short-term bounce here on the SPY, but you should still be all right.
Yeah, I got no problem. Just bounce to 71, 74, 75s. Even it's fine. That shows in the pattern. All right. Should get a flush down here maybe for a second. So I'm going to put a 56 order out to sell, to cover, if it does get down there. Just hanging out, man. Giving myself a shot to win the day, and that's all you can do. Whether I win the day or not, I gave myself the shot, and that's what I'm trying to do here.
That's right. Yeah, for my APHA trade, we're down to 57. If we can get down to 55, I'll probably take half off and just treat it like a very short, small time trade, just to make it so that if it does rebound on me, then I'm still protected to a certain extent. And I might hold the rest close to break even. Probably give it 63s now for APHA, but it's already going in my direction, so we're just going to let it work here, see if we can...
Looking good here. Let's see if we can crack this first support here at 31.60s.
It should drop quick right here, under 60, I think.
the big thing is the SPY is holding that 286.60. Let it hold that. If it holds that, I'm in the game. So sticking around here. There's 58 showing up, 3160s. Want a little bit more down there to the 55s. Then I could take some profit.
What's up, chat? Talk to us. What y'all doing today? How y'all's trading going today? It's been a consistent day for me. 3 out of 3 so far. If this one works out, 4 out of 4. But the SPY's just giving us a lot of weakness, and so it's ideal for shorters.
There's a bounce to 60.
There's 56.
Talked about this level of pre-market guys on the SPY. If you go back and you see our pre-market talk, you'll be able to see that we talked about the SPY and how the important price point to watch today was going to be that 286.60, and we're approached it. We've passed it now, and now the key is going to be if we're going to be able to hold it, or are we going to make our way back to the SPY VWAP. I think that's really the important thing here. Either we're going to hold it, break down here.
I just took a little bit off there at 55. Just going to hold the rest. See if we get a fuller breakdown. Probably should have taken a little bit larger sizing with this one. But it is what it is. Just going to hold the rest break even now. And try to keep building today.
Yeah, man. Doing good with those kind of range plays.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
taking the range.
Yep. Just to show you guys. A little minor trade here, but this is me right now. 4 for 4 today. So, haven't had a losing trade all day today, so I've been doing pretty solid. Just holding a small little 150 shares left in APHA. Gonna let it work, see if it can test the lows. And if not, cut it off, break even now. So,
All right, guys, getting this dip here. 57 showing up on the ask, 56 showing up on the bid. Let's see if we can get the profit. SPY pulling down there, 24s.
hello? Hey. It's been so long here. Here, I'll look at it. Hold on. Hold on. Here, I'll text it to you. I think it's like 60 or 61. But here, let me look.
All right, guys, let's see if we get this down move here. Trying to take profits here.
Why not?
Not getting that move down to the 55s. Got to hold.
62. But here, I'm gonna have to talk to you about that later because I'm streaming right now, baby. Alright. Alright, I love you. I'll talk to you later, okay? It's 62. It's 62 ink. Alright. Alright. Love you, bye. Alright, we are down to 54s now. And considering my size, I'm just going to take the rest off here and just bank the little $15, not a scalp, but a very minor trade here. And so currently up just under $70 on the day. We'll see what else we can get ourselves into today. That's 4 for 4. Definitely been a consistent day for me. We'll see what else we can get. Been just a very favorable market overall, I think. What were you saying, man? My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, you're good. I'm just getting stuck in the range, guys. This is what happens when you're in the middle. Stuck in the middle with Dish.
Dun, 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 dun. Man, my printer won't stop, man. What are you doing over there, printer? I don't want you to print anything.
Man, can someone get some bad weather for Dish so the signal can go out?
Honestly, I used to have Dish and Comcast, but I ended up getting rid of both of them. They're just too expensive, man. The issue with Dish and Comcast, they both operate the same way. Like, yeah, at first Dish is going to be cheaper than Comcast, but what they do is they lock you in like with a cheaper rate for 6 months, and then it just shoots up. You know, mine went from like $120 to like $300, something crazy like that, and yeah, that's just my issue with them. They all turn out to be way too expensive, and I don't even watch that much TV, and so I just got Sling TV, and it works much better.
There you go.
It's like $50 a month, you know.
Yeah, Sling's not bad. I've had it before. I don't even have a cable. I'm a cheater.
Yeah, I
Use
mean,
everybody else's cable.
yeah. I mean, you don't even need it though. Like the only person that watches cable at my house is my wife, and she watches like sitcoms on MTV and stuff. You know, because she's a female in her 20s. She likes the reality TV on MTV. But with me, it's like I watch mostly movies. If I'm gonna watch anything, it's mostly like movies and TV shows, like series on HBO and stuff like that. And so I don't even watch regular TV. It's just not something I.
All right. Well, Spine still hasn't come back there, guys. So that's what I'm really keeping my eye on.
The show. All right, well, we got a minute here, guys. If you want to use the same platform and broker that Mitch and I use, go check out TradeNet. You know, you can see my P&L from the day on Tefts, their partnering platform. And I can trade small like this and make $15 a trade, $11 a trade, because I'm still netting most of that in profits. You know, of course, I need to scale up, much more. And I made $70 on the day. But one of the ways I can do that is because commissions are ridiculously cheap on their platform if you use small sizing. They're much less favorable if you use large sizing, but if you use less than like 200 or 300 shares, commission's like $3 or $4 for a round trip. And so for in and out, for like $4 or $5 probably total after routing fees. So just really, really cheap commissions if you use small sizing. And I think their bundle is one of the ways that you can really start to get your feet wet in trading without necessarily risking a ton of money in the market. You know, for less than $400, you get 14K in buying power to trade with. There's no PDT rule, and you can actually short stocks. A lot of these stocks being the hard to borrow stocks that other people can't short, like IPOs and stuff like that. And then you can, like I said, commissions are pretty cheap. It's like a prop firm, and so there's a 70-30 split. For their base package, at least, you keep 70%, they keep 30% of your profits. But it just makes sense because it comes with a trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account for a few weeks on top of the funded account if you're approved for the funded account. And so I think it makes a ton of sense. And if you want to help support our channel, it's a great way to do that. You can get it for $3.99 through my link, and I'll post that here as well.
About to hit this next major support. Kind of surprised here. I didn't get the flush down in Dish already. We got a huge move on the SPY there, and I would expect to have gotten this breakdown already. So what's going on is that there's no one jumping into this trade with me. I always talk about how you need a cat. The cat is in this game, but there's not too many. The only big share size I'm seeing is at 67, and it was 3,000 shares, and then 57's 2,100 shares. There's probably about 9,000 shares collected up at 67. That's where I would see the shorter, and that's really where I am. And so that I'm just gonna watch and see if we get this breakdown. Could rush towards profit here and try to take a scalp, but that's not my strategy, so I'm just gonna stick to it.
Yeah, for sure. I think you're doing it the right way. You could also check out, guys, so if you want to try out TradeNet without spending any money, like if you want to try out their platform, you can check out the challenge. And again, it's completely free to enter. It's completely free to apply to. You can only do it once, and so if you've done it before, you're not going to be able to do it again. But they basically give you a free demo account for 5 trading days. And if you can make $500 in net profit while following the rest of their rules, you win a free intro package on TradeNet. And you really don't have anything to lose, regardless of how you feel about TradeNet, whether you like them or dislike them or you think they're whatever. It's completely free. You might as well get a free demo account for a few days. And so I'll post that link if you want to check that out as well. There's the challenge link in the chat right now. So
this trade's just been a little difficult to judge. I'm really just gonna stick to the plan and just go with it regardless of what happens. Because if I try to make kind of indecisions in between your trade, that's when you get kind of a really bad FOMO, because it could go in my direction right here, take some profit here, and then all of a sudden it tanked down to 3140s, and you missed out on a lot of profit. Easily create FOMO. I could also not take profit here. It could squeeze up, but at least if it did that, I would be sticking to strategy, sticking to the trade, sticking to the plan. And I always rather stick to the plan and the trade than try to make subjectiveness decisions inside my trading.
market's crashing down, so should be good for you. There you go.
Hanging out. You see, a lot of people might have rushed towards profit there. I just gotta wait. I know where I want to take profit, guys, and that's what matters, really. I mean, did we crack those 286 60s? Heck yeah, we got a dollar down. The bounce back is going to be interesting here. Can we bounce back all the way to VWAP? Nobody knows. Looks like someone took profit there at 56s.
Yeah, TVIX is shooting up, Adrian, because it's an inverse ETF. So it's an inverse volatility ETF. So it basically does the exact opposite of what the SPY does. And so when you get the SPY really washing out like this, the TVIX is going to start popping off because the SPY's tanking. The SPY's breaking lows here and just continues to get really, really weak. And so the opposite of that would be the TVIX shooting up as the SPY drops, basically.
Yes, sir. Started this move from that breakout through 2120s. Got some of the volume there, and then picked up more volume at 2150.
Put that in there. I gotta print Maddie's book before.
Okay. APHA down to 653. Maybe I should have taken it, but I mean, maybe I should have held, but it's only a penny. I got out at 54. It's down to 53. I mean, small potatoes, I think. All right, guys. I'm probably gonna be done for the day. Just to show you guys, like I said, I'm 4 for 4 today. Haven't lost a trade, so I've been pretty solid and consistent. Traded twice on AMD, once on, I can't remember the name of it, IMDN, something like that. And then once on APHA. So 4 for 4, no losing trades today. Up just under $70. Got to scale up in size, still being a big wimp with sizing. So not a bad day so far, but yeah, it's my kid's first day back at school. My daughter doesn't start until for about another hour, so I'm gonna go hang out with her, help her get ready. I know my wife's got to print something. So yeah, that's my day today, guys. 4 for 4. I'll see you guys a little bit later. I'll go ahead and post these. I'll post some links before we go. Go check out our website. Completely free content on our website, and we just got a lot of free content for you to take advantage of. And so go check out our site. I'll post that link here. Again, on our website, guys, we have trade reviews. Here's the link. We got broker reviews. We got strategy breakdowns. We got free trading courses. We got long and short patterns, pattern walkthroughs. So we got a lot of free content on our website. So go check it out. There's the link. A lot of free content. Everything Mitch and I do is free. So yeah, we post some referral links to some different brands and stuff like that. But everything we post is free. Everything we post on our website and all the content that we specifically make is free. And so help support us, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Click the like button if you appreciate our free content. And yeah, go check out our website. And yeah, guys, good luck for the rest of the day. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Something that really helps support us is the subscribe button, as well as clicking the bell next to that if you do want to help support us. So go check that out. Again, Trade Ideas is having their summer test drive, and so you can get a week of trade ideas for around $9. And so here's the link to that. There's the link to that. I'll post it here again as well. And if you use promo code for 15% off Trade Ideas. Nice, Whiskey. Nice work, brother. All right, guys. So, yeah, have a good day, guys. I'll see you all a little bit later. Mitch, just message me when you're done, brother.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too much longer.
All right, guys. See y'all later.
Waiting to see a rejection off 70 so that I could re-add to this position and then try to knock it down. All right, traders, how we doing today? How's your day? Go ahead and let us know in the chat. Let us know what kind of strategy you've been using and working for you. You can always help out other traders, and we can learn from you. It's all good, Ashton. Ashton putting up cannot string 2 green days together in this market. It's okay. There's going to be times where I call the down waves. I don't know if you've seen our video, Ashton, but definitely take a look at something I call the waves of trading. The waves of trading is a short video, but we'll explain on how sometimes you're going to have that wave where everything's working right in your position and your sizing and your strategy. And sometimes you're going to have that down wave where it's just not working out. You could even be trading it the right way and it not work out. So go ahead and take a look at that. It's going to talk you through kind of the down moments and get you focusing on the system itself. It's just a distribution of wins and losses. Sometimes you can get a string of losses. Sometimes you can get a string of winners. Sometimes it's a string of break even. And so what you need to do is just work your way through that and get through that. I know you can do it, Ashton. I've seen you make great trades before, and I know you'll get right back to it. All right, want to see one more rejection off here off the 70, 71, and then I'll go ahead and I'll jump in sizing. Oh, looks like it did it right there, but that's fine. If it just flushes out right there for me, I'm not going to stress it. Look at that. Didn't get to the 70. I wanted to see 3170 show up there for a second, but it just hit 69. Right back down to the 60 point, our support. Let's let it crack here. Let's not rush towards profit. If it bounces up, we'll probably add it to the position. And if it cracks, we're looking good. How do we find good stocks to trade? That's a great question, Tyler. One of the tools we use, we actually give it to you guys for free here. It's going to be our live scanner. And here, I'll go ahead and I'll put it up in the chat. You can go ahead and just put it on a different channel, and you can keep up with our voice on the scanner chat or also on our live trading. This is what we do every single day. And we also put out the scanners as early sometimes at 6 a.m. Eastern time. If you want to check out the free scanners, free trade idea scanners, click on that link. Nice little breakdown there. Looking for it to continue. Can't rush towards my profit. Waiting for the SPY to bounce, Adrian. Let's see if we get the bounce above 286.60. I want to see if that's going to hold as resistance there. Hey, Tyler. Well, you came to the right spot. One of the great things that we do is we provide everything we do for free. There's too many kind of gurus out there trying to charge people thousands and thousands of dollars. And that's what I like to stress also, is that you don't need $1,000 education there to kind of learn kind of these patterns and systems and how to trade. Of course, a mentor is always going to be a plus, but if you can't afford to be putting out thousands and thousands of dollars so that you can get a trading mentor, I definitely suggest check out all our free content, and you can definitely get yourself to another level by doing so. Seeing this pullback here in the TVIX, I want to see it hold 2150s. I talked about that earlier before the pullback happened. And the same thing goes for the SPY. I want to see it hold 286.60. Adrian, I don't know if you caught yesterday when we did the scalp of the TVIX. We did a scalp of the TVIX from the bottom, making its way to the VWAP. And all day yesterday, I was telling John, I really think that the TVIX was going to do a big kind of VWAP fade. And that's exactly what we got in the TVIX yesterday. After I scalped it, I should have kept my eye on it because it did a beautiful VWAP fade. And, I don't think that's going to happen today. Of course, it's bullish on the day, but it did an amazing fade yesterday, and something that I have to keep my eye on, especially when I call out complete plans. I kind of look for the trade. I have to keep my eye on and keep my ideas there so that when the trade happens, I take the trade, because that would have been a beautiful 80 cents for a 20-cent reward, 20-cent risk. All right, trying to let it collect some shorts here. All right, guys. I'm seeing that rejection off 73s and 74s. I'm about to hit an ad here and just try to take a big swing here. It could hurt me. It could make a nice big win, but I'm going to go for it here. All right, guys. Took my shot there. All right, guys. You guys see it there. 1,300 shares there now. Risk is above here, 78. 10-cent risk here. Now let's let this work. Let's see if we can get that down move here. No stress, Adrian. You can always look back at the stream. All right, guys. Let's just put in that because I had to walk away for a second. I don't really use stops, but whenever I have to walk away from the computer, the stop will always be placed. We don't want to see it get through this trend line and hold the trend line. So we want to see it reject off 73s, reject down to the 67s, and then to the 60. All right, guys, this trade is almost at my risk. Just got to be careful here. Don't want to see it hold the trend line here, guys. Want to see it come back down and break 70s. If not, it can easily go up here and break 78s. All right, guys, we took our shot. Let's see if this is going to happen for us. This is going to be the pullback to see if the volume jumps in here and it squeezes it through my level, or it's going to pull back and give me that gain for the day. Regardless of the way it goes, that's trading. And the only thing we can do is stick to the plan. And that's what we're doing here. All right, guys, touching my risk on the ask level. What I don't want to see here is just share size filling at that 78, 79. So far, only 77s. All right, guys, 200 shares going through there. 78, that's 78, 79. Gonna give it 1 second here. See if there's anything filling, and then step out. Such little amount of shares that filled there. Hand on the trigger to get out, guys. All right, no, my out. Gotta respect volume here. Out. All right, guys. Stopped out there. Gave myself a shot. It held here. Once it held there, didn't look good. Came to my risk. Probably maybe should have taken it off there, but 2 or 3 cents is not going to kill me. Gave myself the shot, and that's all you can do in trading. Was looking for a move back down for the VWAP fade. This was supposed to be our reward here, and down here to the low of the day, which would have been a great risk to reward. Just didn't get it on this trade, and that's how it goes. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna be out of here. Call it a day.
All right, guys. So go check out our scanner stream. We're gonna close this one down and then put up our scanner stream. And so if you want to keep watching what's moving and keep chatting with each other, join that link right there. That's our scanner stream. And so join that. I'm gonna go ahead and close this one down. Like I said, go check out our website. We got a lot of great free content on our website.
All right,
the
traders,
links
don't
for that.
forget, definitely check out the scanner chat, scanner screen. You guys, that will still be up after we get off here, probably for another maybe like an hour. So you guys can check out those scanners. Definitely check them out. And
Yep.
that'll be it for me, guys.
Later, guys.